As the planet was destroyed by old age, a scientist placed his infant son in a spaceship, launching it towards Earth. When the spaceship landed on Earth, a passing motorist discovered the sleeping baby within and turned the child over to an orphanage. Attendants, unaware of the child's physical structure, was millions of years advanced of their own. They were astounded at his feat of strength. As maturity was reached, he discovered he could easily leap over tall buildings, raise tremendous rates, run faster than express strength, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. Early, Clark decided he must turn his titanic strength into channels that would benefit mankind, and so was created Superman, champion of the oppressed, the physical marvel who has sworn to devote his existence in helping those in need. Superman then saves a woman who was about to get electrocuted via the death penalty. He reaches the government estate and knocks on the door. The butler refuses to let Superman in, and Superman knocks down the door and says he needs to see him now. Superman asks the butler to take him to the governor, but the butler refuses. They get to the governor's room, and his door is a steel door, and the butler laughs and tells Superman, "Let me see you knock this door down." So Superman does with ease. Shocked by Superman's strength, but the governor is awakened. Superman tells the governor that Evelyn Carey, the woman outside, is to be electrocuted in 15 minutes for a murder, and he has proof of her innocence with a signed confession. Believing the governor menaced by a madman, the butler pulls out a gun. Superman asks him to put the gun away, but the butler warns him not to take another step or he'll shoot. The bullet ricochets off of Superman's tough skin as Superman yells that it's no time for horseplay. He pleads with the governor to look at the paper that proves the woman's innocence. The governor then pardons the woman, but the butler reads a note that was left by Superman. The note states, "You'll find the real murderers, bound and delivered on the lawn of your estate." The next morning, Superman heads to the Daily Star as the newspaper reads that the woman was innocent. The governor holds a meeting as he's still in disbelief, but shows his gratitude that Superman is apparently on the side of law and order. Clark arrives at the Daily Star. "You wanted to see me, Perry?" "Yes, be seated, Clark." "Did you ever hear of Superman?" "What?" "Reports have been streaming in that a fellow with gigantic strength named Superman actually exists. I'm making it your assignment to cover these reports. Think you can handle it, Clark?" "Listen, Chief, I can't handle anything." A call is received to report on a domestic violence abuse at 211 Court Avenue. Superman arrives and slams the abuser through the wall. The abuser takes out a knife and stabs Superman, only for the knife to break. In shock for what he just witnessed, he faints. Superman changes to his street clothes as the police officer arrives. "Hello, Captain. I arrived to find a place like this. Looks as though our friend Superman had dropped in to pay a visit." Back at the Daily Star, Clark finally finds the courage to ask Lois Lane out. They talk and dance all night, but somewhere in the room, there's a guy eyeballing Lois Lane. He gets up and make a move, but Clark don't say anything. Lois asks Clark, "Are you gonna stand for this?" But Clark says, "Be reasonable, Lois. Dance with the fellow and then we'll leave right away." Lois angrily says that she's not staying and that she will be leaving. But at that moment, the guy grabs her and Lois turns around and slaps him. The guy then punches Clark, and then Clark runs after Lois. Clark runs after Lois, but Lois is angry. She says, "You asked me earlier in the evening why I avoid you, but I'll tell you why. It's because you're a spineless coward," she says. Back at the barroom, Butch Manson forcibly wants Lois and he heads after her. But the hidden figure observes Butch and his fellow hoodlums as they leave the roadhouse. Butch catches up to Lois and kidnaps her. But standing in the middle of the road, it's Superman. Superman leaps over the car and chases after it. He lifts the car and shakes it ferociously, knocking everybody out of the vehicle. and then he smashes the car into bits. He grabs Butch and then hangs him on the telephone line. He tells Lois not to be afraid of him, and then carries Lois and rescue her to the city. He asks Lois not to report on the incident, but tries to do so anyways, but the editor don't believe her. Clark arrives at the Daily Star and apologizes to Lois, but Lois just ignores him. He then goes to the editor, who says, "Kent, the front page is getting so dull, I even got to headline card games. There's a war going on in a small South American republic, St. Monty. And to stir up news, I'm sending you down there as a correspondent. Take along a camera and try to send back some good shots with your articles." Clark then takes a train, but not to St. Monty, but to Washington, D.C. In the capital city, he attends a session of Congress, sitting in the gallery, where Senator Burrows is speaking. Upon leaving the Senate chambers, Clark snaps a picture of a man speaking swiftly to Senator Burrows. 8:30 a.m. outside Senator Burrows' residence, an eavesdropper listens in on an interesting conversation. They discuss a bill, which ends with the man paying the senator to pass it. Upon leaving, Greer is confronted by Superman. "Who is behind you and corrupting Senator Burrows?" says Superman. "I don't know what you're talking about," says Greer. "So you're one of those silent men," says Superman, as he grabs and leaps off with him. Greer yells at Superman to stop. Superman stops in front of the Capitol. And so it begins, the starting adventures of the most sensational strip character of all time, Superman, only in Action Comics.